as we go to the start list of Final B of the lightweight men's double scull. Lane 1, Germany. Lane 2, Belgium. Lane 3, Mexico. Lane 4, China. Lane 5, New Zealand. And Lane 6, Poland.
So, can we have more excitement, more tension than we had in the last few races? The Germans with the Olympic silver medalist Jon Rommelmann, partnered now by Paul Leerkamp over on the far side. Niels van Zandwege finished 5th in the Tokyo Olympics with Tim Brees. Now he's sculling with Thibaut Vevey. There they are, van Zandwege up in the bows. The Mexicans had a fantastic Lucerne regatta, finished in 4th place. They could win this, take that 7th place and qualification for Paris. Miguel Cabello Nieto and Alexis Lopez Garcia. Chinese, well, uncharacteristically for the Chinese crews, Fan Junji and Sun Man had a fast finish. Will they need that today? Surely they will. The experience of Matthew Dunham for New Zealand in the bow seat, the former Diamond Sculls winner, now partnered with Chris Stockley in the stroke seat. The man from the West End Club in Auckland. And the young Polish sculler Daniel Galeza in the stroke seat of this crew, partnered by the Tokyo Olympian Jerzy Kowalski. These two men coached by Olympic champion in lightweight men's doubles, Robert Sitch. And there are the Irish in the crowd. I think they're saluting the Irish lightweight women's double who are coming into the pontoon.
Yeah, so we return to the start for this B final of the lightweight men's double. The celebrations are going on for the Irish with their women's lightweight double. Who will be celebrating at the end of this one? Only one place to Paris, the winner of this B final. As we hear the call over, the attention, and we're about to go.
And they're off in Final B of the lightweight men's double sculls. Mexico here in lane 3 on your screen, but a fast start there in the middle of the field, as we would expect from Mexico and China.
Yeah, Mexico could do this, but the Germans over there on the far side in lane 1, there was that dramatic flip where they fell in, had to get back in the boat and qualify for the later rounds. So Rommelmann and Leerkamp have got an outside lane, the faster crews in the centre, so let's not discount them.
Yeah, we've had a few big moments, haven't we, on the lake? And yeah, that big flip from the Germans. They were sculling along one moment through the 1,000, flipped in. So yeah, they're on that outside lane. But we've got the fast-starting Chinese taking the lead here.
I would fancy the Germans, of course. Johnny Rommelmann, silver medalist from the Tokyo Olympics. His double partner heading off and starting cycling. So he's got this new partnership with Paul Leerkamp. I think that they would have to be one of the crews to beat. They were doing really well in their previous race and, as we said, flipped into the water. So they're the ones to watch. They're up at 40 strokes per minute. Over in lane 1 there, maybe the opportunity to sneak up without the other crews seeing you. We've seen the Chinese start pretty quickly in their races this regatta, but they typically haven't been able to hold that pace through the second half of the race.
Yeah, except this double did have a bit of a sprint at the end, and you know, maybe they've got flexibility at both ends of the race. I'd love to see the Mexicans come through and grab a win in this race. I think it'd be great for universality and for world rowing if we get a Mexican crew directly qualified through the Worlds. Chinese there, Mexicans just edging out in front, Germany on the far side of your picture. Those three crews are still in it. Mexico have gone out bravely, haven't they, this early in the race? It's only the second quarter.
Yeah, Mexicans have taken this on, but it's still pretty tight across the rest of the field. If anything, there's a Polish double who's out of the picture. They're the only ones who are looking currently like they're going to really struggle to get back through. But there we go with that German double over there on lane 1, as you say, Johnny Rommelmann in the stroke seat there.
Mexico still up at 40 strokes per minute. Are they going to come down at this rate all the way down the track? If they can, maybe they can hold that lead. But if they drop, that's where they're going to be challenged. But they are the fastest moving boat on the course. They have about 4 metres, about a canvas over China.
Yeah, well, the bowman, Cabello Nieto, had to recover from shoulder surgery. They were in Europe at Lucerne. I wonder if they've stayed in Europe. Not sure if they went back to Mexico. My guess is they've stayed in Europe and done a training camp here, but they are edging out on China. We are still not at the halfway mark, and this is a brave race by Mexico.
It's a brave race by Mexico, but these are pretty flat, calm conditions. Going along at 39 strokes a minute in a men's lightweight double is not outrageous. If they've got the gearing right, if it's fairly easily geared, they might be able to just keep this ticking along.
Mexico hit the 1,000 metres in front. In second place is China. Reminder that only one will qualify directly for the Paris Olympics. Germany still there in third place, but they are being pressed by Van Zandwegen and Vevey from Belgium. Is the gap too much? Mexico still out in front.
How good are the Mexicans? They've got about 3/4 of a length now over China. Germany starting to challenge from that far side of the course. I'd expect to see them have something to say in this middle section of the race.
Well, let's see this Mexican double. You can see the heads look like they're nodding slightly, but they're still staying really connected. I can't help thinking the Chinese are unlikely to now charge back through the Mexicans. The story here, I think, is whether the Mexicans will get caught by the Germans over there in lane one.
Yeah, Jonathan Rommelmann really been conservative in the first part of this race. I guess it's going to be really motivational for Rommelmann and Leerkamp to see them moving through the field. They'll have to look a long way round. I think John Rommelmann looked round there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a look over to the middle of the field. He can see that they've got about a length to make up on the Mexicans if they want to get that all-important qualifying position, but they've got they're at the 1350 metre mark, so they have got room to do it.
Well, the Mexicans will be desperate to get through these marks, won't they? You can see them at 40 strokes a minute. They've still got clear water. The Chinese are starting to fade, and at the moment the Mexicans are holding that clear water gap against the Germans. So really, really brave third 500. I can't wait to see what happens in the last 500.
Didn't the Mexicans fade slightly in Lucerne, but they were in a medal position and then got fourth place?
So they come through the 1500 metre mark. The Mexicans still have clear water, but look at the rest of the field compressing now. Belgium and New Zealand coming back into it.
It'll take an enormous sprint from someone. We can see this New Zealand boat in front of us. It's got Matty Dunham in the bow seat with Chris Stockley. They're going to look to mount a charge. It could get them up with the German boat, but as it is, I'm saying that the Mexicans are looking great here out in front.
They are flying, the Mexicans. The jeopardy for them will be if that high rate of striking and that effort they put in the second quarter proves too much for them. But you can see the distance there, 16 metres. A look round by Paul Leerkamp. Where are the Mexicans? John Rommelmann looks round. They want that win. The field is closing up, but Mexico's still out in front.
Well, they'll be looking over their shoulder, desperately thinking, will the Mexicans come back? Will the Mexicans come back to us? But they've now hit the red buoys. The Mexicans will have seen them out the corner of their eye, and I think they'll know that it's theirs to take it now through to the finish line. It's the Belgians who are actually sprinting through, but unless something goes wrong for the Mexicans, I think they're looking good.
Belgians step up to 40 strokes per minute. I don't know that they're going to do it. I think the Mexicans see that they have a clear water lead here. Gosh, they did a great job in that third quarter to seal this race. It's going to be a huge effort from Belgium, but I don't know that they're going to get there.
A historic result for Mexican rowing. The charge is coming from Niels van Zwegen and Thibaut Vevey, but it's too little too late for the Belgians. Mexico will grab that qualification slot. Fantastic for universality and world rowing to see a Mexican crew win this race. I think it was Belgium in second place, maybe New Zealand in third. China crossed the line, Germany in fourth, and Poland, I think, at the back.
Well, what a deserved win that is for the Mexican combination. You said, Martin, great for universality, great for the South Americans, great for that nation to come through and take that place. Wow, brave, brave sculling, fantastic.
And who says rowing is a European-centred sport, hey?
Yeah, Central Americans, I should have said. I said
Central
South
Americans, yeah. Well, the races are going to keep on coming. There will be no let-up. The Mexicans will come into the pontoon shortly to grab their...
We see him looking pretty tired there, but his chest moving. I think he looks okay. They'll get him a drink of water and we'll be up as we see confirmation of that win for the Mexicans. They go through qualifying for the Olympic Games.